And Greg Anthony. Well, certainly some confidence for Indiana with the win in their last matchup against Portland.
How about the athleticism on display defensively in that win?
Yeah, it was reflected in their shot block total, Greg. I mean, they were very disruptive, which I think is a combination of hustle and muscle.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Herrera, he's in at point guard. George is out there at Green. Then it's Ellis, and it's Len in at the 5.
A good rotating defense if you're not communicating and on the same page. They were doing all of that at a high level.
Portland with the ball, following the miss by Monte Ellis. Plumlee, Green with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Ellis outside. They set the pick. Shoots off the screen. That's good on the jump shot for him in the win against Dallas.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got himself on the board with 3 there. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Herrera. Good off the glass. The rebound by Ingles.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself.
Following the score by Indiana. Here's Dedmon. Rodney Stuckey pulls it in. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a win against the Clippers.
How about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
Now here's Lillard, guarded by Herrera. Lillard attacking. Here's Mack. The offensive rebound. And it's Indiana's ball.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
And that one's good.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Here's Herrera, covered by Lillard. Herrera passes to Turner. Loses his hand off the screen and lays it up and in.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
4 for Portland. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Clippers really delivered. He finished with 8 points and really orchestrated the offense as well as he piled up the assist totals. His great outing kept the team's hot streak going in what has been a strong stretch of games for this team. We'll see if they can continue that here, Kevin.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
Gotcha, bitch!
But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carry. He still has to be riding pretty high.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their pass. You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect
Nope.
him to miss that shot.
And they're running.
Babe, what is you doing, baby?
And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Rain Man's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pacers.
Much more success here in the second. After missing on a few chances that they had earlier. They've locked in and zoned in here now.
Herrera passes to Len. Ellis wide open. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. 35 seconds left in the second quarter.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time. He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Len. Damian English comes in for Jermichael Green. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for George. And George Hill's subbed in for Monte Ellis.
One shot. Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
A free throw off from Bruh. 5-second differential between.
Okay, good job battling them out there. Let's talk about some crucial areas from the first half. I'll say this, we kept a very tight handle on the basketball, and that's something I always like to see. The fewer turnovers, the better, obviously. Keep your heads on a swivel out there. There was nice rhythm to our transition game. We got some important points on the break. I think we keep the tempo brisk in the second half. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast that it turns into a shootout. That's not what we want. All right, guys, let's get out there and play a good second half.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Rain Man. 12 points and 2 blocks. The motor on this guy is amazing. Completely revved up. He's been everywhere today.
And it's hard to say which has influenced the game more, really, his offense or his D.
Then it's Alex Len, and it's Ellis in at the 2-guard spot. George passes to Herrera. Here's Len. Indiana.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Back the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
How would you
Now
like
the
to
Pacers
suck my
moving it
butt?
up. That jam! I mean, just beautiful.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks the rim at full speed like that.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. Just an incredible month of basketball. Averaging about 19 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. And really just excellent numbers. I like what we've been seeing from him across the board.
I do too. I mean, he's playing with much more focus now and a much higher level of attention.
Shots good by Ellis.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
Lillard with it. Now guarded by Herrera. Rejected by Herrera. They recover it.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Lillard with no one around. Herrera grabs the board. Rain Man's got his 3rd rebound on the night. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. Shot from 12. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Ellis has got the lead up to 10 now for the Pacers. On the play was Lillard. And that's now 7 points for Ed Davis. Pacers leading by 8. Down low, here's Herrera, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Lillard attacking, misses from close range.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Mouth basketball, pound that thing inside.
The Pacers making a switch here. George is checked in.
And folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Then for George Hill. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Davis sets a screen. Stolen by George. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Herrera, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
At the line for the Trailblazers, Freak, taking 2 shots.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Herrera. Both free throws good from Herrera. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in.
Gotcha, bitch.
They swipe it.
Best friend, that's my best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best. You better fuck it up. Best friend wants you.
Wow, just look at that lead. Both ends, they have been the team in control.
Yeah, and they put the fans simply on mute. They've not had anything to cheer about, and they've been silent.
And Turner with the block. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. On the wing, Ellis. Glenn, a screen to the middle. Here's who's off the pick and hammers it home.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has, to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
Shot clock at 6. Pass to Len, 16 feet away. And again, it's Indiana.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris? Take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin, and now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He was the steady and reliable hand throughout the game tonight, stepping into more of a leadership role in this performance tonight.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
That was Freak turning up the volume right there, baby, all the way up to 11, and the stereo only goes to 10, Ernie, but we're at 11 right now. The man himself may be quiet, but his performance spoke very loudly.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.